Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I would like us to take a trip to We Buy Cars, the home of the second-hand car market, and the home of Moses Sambo's high-mileage BMW. New cars are very expensive these days, and if you're a first-time car buyer looking for your first car, the second-hand market is the only hope for you. Depreciation is a real thing. After 3 years in most cases, your car is usually valued at less than half the price you paid for when it was brand new. In a space of a year, my Tiggo 4 Pro lost approximately 122,000 in value before I traded it in. And imagine what it will be after 5 years. Financing a car is a real scam, and I'm personally not going there anymore. There are a couple of advantages of buying a used car. Number 1, your insurance cost will be lower compared to buying a new car. Number 2, the rate of depreciation after the first 2 years is lower compared to the first 2 years, as you can see from these graphs. So when you buy a used car, you benefit from slower depreciation. Number 3, the purchase price of a new car is generally lower compared to a used one. For an example, this 2023 Starlet XS Automatic with 15,000 kilometers on the clock is going for around 245,900. And if you were to buy a new one today, you will have to pay 290,900. This 2022 Chery Tiggo 7 Pro Distinction with 15,000 kilometers on the clock is going for around 335,900. And for a new one, you will pay 409,900. You just saved 73,100. You can't just walk up to We Buy Cars or any dealership and say, I want this Suzuki Swift. You will cry real tears. There are certain steps you need to take before you decide that this is the right car for you, because not everything here deserves to be bought. The first thing people usually check out is the mileage, and there's really no rule that determines which mileage is best for a used car. It all depends on your risk tolerance. My risk tolerance is very low. Anything above 45,000 kilometers is a red flag, and you must really convince me to buy a car above this mileage. What I've noticed is that most cars tend to have some issues around 45,000 kilometers. Your brakes and clutches are your biggest culprit. And if you look at warranties and service plans across the market, most new cars generally comes with a 3-year or 45,000 kilometer service plan. And this is just on average. We will touch on the importance of a service history later in the video. The thing to note about mileage is that it just gives you a guide on how old the car is, but you cannot use it alone to determine the price of a car. A low mileage car may have been driven by a learner driver who has chowed the clutch and brake pads of the car, and it's funny because we all go through this. A low mileage car may have been involved in an accident, and when you look at the mileage alone, you'll think it's brand new. Real tears will follow. So there's no formula on which mileage is best for a used car. It just depends on your risk tolerance. Another thing to look at before you buy a used car is to look at the car's accident history. You can inspect the car yourself or ask someone to do it for you. That person must know what they are doing. It's easy to identify a car that has had some repairs. For an example, a car that has a color comb. One part is white and the other part is cream white. A car should have a uniform color throughout. Make sure you inspect every side of the car for scratches and dents as well. The third part in the checklist is the service history. Most cars come with a manual, which shows the car's service history. Every time you go and service your car, the details of that service will be recorded in the service manual. Stay away from cars that don't have a service history. Let me repeat. Stay away from cars that do not have a service history. We Buy Cars distinguishes newer, low-mileage cars from older cars. These categories are Category A and Category B. Category A cars are newer cars with low mileage, and these are generally well-maintained. Category B has cars that are older with high mileages. With Category A cars, you can either buy them cash or finance them through a bank. As much as these cars are newer with low mileage, it doesn't mean that they don't have any defects. Some of these cars may still need to be serviced or repaired. You have an option to buy a warranty for Category A cars, and they have a 6-month return policy. For an example, if you buy a Category A car and after a month you realize it has a defect, you can return the car to We Buy Cars, but provided you prove that the defect was not due to misuse, and that may be very tricky to prove. Category B cars are old with high mileage. There is no warranty package for Category B cars, and there is little to no service history for these cars. If you want to buy a Category B car, your only option is to buy it cash. Banks don't finance these cars. If you are a first-time car buyer and have a low risk tolerance like me, stay away from Category B cars. The DEKRA report provides an evaluation of a car's roadworthiness. The DEKRA report is classified into platinum sticker, gold sticker, and a green sticker. Cars with the platinum sticker have no roadworthy issues. They have either passed or will pass a roadworthy test. Cars with the gold sticker have no roadworthy issues, but these cars may need some servicing. Cars with the green sticker may need specific repairs to pass the roadworthy test. My advice to first-time car buyers looking for a second-hand car: restrict your search to Category A cars with either a platinum or a gold sticker. And last but not least, try to get a test drive. A test drive is always important because it's where you see whether you like the car or not. You're not buying a car to look at it, you're buying it to drive it. So do the test drive. Spoiler alert: when I traded in my Tiggo 4 Pro, I wanted to buy the Suzuki Swift. I test drove the Swift, but it felt too small for me. That's why I ended up with the Baleno. We'll come back to used cars, and anything we did not cover today, we'll cover it in future videos. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like it and subscribe to Cars24. Supporting is caring. We'll meet again on our next video. Until next time. Peace.